The rock that Jesus spoke about, that he said the church will be built upon, is the rock of revelation. Mm-hmm. When he asked all the disciples, who do men say that I am? They said all manner of people that were dead and gone, prophets and things. And then Peter answers, thou art the Christ. And Jesus says, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed it to you, but my Father who is in heaven. Mm-hmm. Upon this rock I will build my church. So you rename Simon Peter in that moment. And it just so happens that his name means, a type of rock. Right. But the other type of rock that he's talking about is a larger type of rock. First of all, Jesus is the chief cornerstone of the church.
He is the chief
That's
cornerstone.
who we build the church on.
Right.
We do not build a church on a faulty man. We build the church on a perfect man.
That's right.
So first and foremost. Secondly, the revelation that the rock that Jesus is referring to is the fact that Peter heard directly from the Father in heaven and was able to speak that out loud on the earth.
Yes.
And that is how the church is to be built.
That is exactly how it's built.
Through prophetic revelation.
Yes.
Because the church is supposed to be edified, exhorted, and comforted by the prophetic.
Right.
That's 1 Corinthians 14:3.
Yes.
That word edify, you see the word edifice in it, like a building. Mm-hmm. And so it's to be built up.
Yes.
Right. And so I just had to put that out there. We can't just slide past that without putting that out there.
Yeah. And that's important for every one of us because it helps us to build an understanding of how the church, the ecclesia, right? Or the ecclesia, however you choose it, whichever side of the tracks you come from, but understanding how it is built, right? Yes. Because even when we see the church take its first leap and bound, it is because the Holy Spirit is coming in. It is bringing with it its revelation, his revelation. You see this ministry of Peter stand up and he is prophesying and speaking what he is receiving from the Holy Spirit. And then you hear them say, and what, brethren, what shall we do?
Right. Because God even said, what I'm building is not going to be built with hands.
Yeah.
We are a spiritual house.
That's right.
And so a spiritual house has no other option but to be built spiritually.
Right.
And that spiritually is the prophetic revelation.
That's it. So we're going to give that just a small little something to sneak in there and give it to you because we want everyone to walk in God's truth.
Do the R&B. Give it to you.
Give it to you. That's it. That's it. And so here you have Christ saying, and I will build my ecclesia. I will build my ecclesia, and the gates of Hades. First off, Christ builds. Mm-hmm. Just as you said, it's a spiritual house. Christ is the one that builds it, right? And anything he does, if we're doing it, if he isn't doing it through us, isn't that what the Psalm says? Except the Lord build the house.